Good evening. I'm Lester Holt. Tonight, we are sitting down with former President George W. Bush, a man noted for his reluctance to weigh in on the nation's political climate in the years since he left the White House, and also for his unwillingness to be interviewed on more than a handful of occasions. I therefore count myself in rare company for having been given the opportunity to do so. Thank you for taking the time to sit down with me.
You're welcome.
I'm sure that I speak for many people in this country when I say that I can only lament the fact that the Republican Party's current stance has veered so far off course from the way it was under your leadership.
It's not been easy keeping my mouth shut during all this.
Any thoughts?
Well, I've been finding myself more and more at odds with the Republican Party in the last several years, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, traditionally, our country has always had a two-party system, and while I'm fundamentally a conservative at heart, being a Texan, there's something else that has always come along with it. I don't know exactly what to call it. I guess you could call it having social braces, but when it comes to folks on the other side of the fence, both my daddy and I always made sure to treat everyone with respect, to remain civil at all times, and when it came down to partisan matters, I would always respectfully agree to disagree. At the end of the day, I always made sure to remember that these people were all my fellow Americans. And so, despite our differences, I saw it as my honor-bound duty to act in the best interests of every American. But nowadays, there's an attitude of animosity and hostility. Open hostility, and even outright hatred, and it's a nasty thing to see. It's a tragic condition to live with as well, because these aren't the citizens of a different country who we can declare war against. These are our neighbors, our townsfolk, our fellow Americans. Under the influence and leadership of this current administration, I don't think our country has ever been more thoroughly divided, one man at the throat of another, people being murdered in the streets of a land where liberty and freedom were supposed to be our highest ideals, and where now instead we see a federalized militia going through the streets terrorizing its own citizens with seeming impunity. Our enemies abroad are absolutely loving every minute of it, because the easiest country to defeat is one that divided against itself. As for those who speak for this administration, it really seems like there isn't a single person amongst them who is capable of simply telling the truth to the American people.